Here we're using a Bluetooth app to cause the LED light to turn on, off, and also to change values. On, off, and then with the slider scale, you can change it from very bright to very dim.
You can control your Arduino project with an Android phone as long as you use the HC06 Bluetooth module. Here's the code for the Arduino. You will need to include the software serial library. Connect the Bluetooth with the TX on pin 10 and the RX on pin 11. The LED in this case is on digital pin 3. Just like you have a serial begin, you'll also have a Bluetooth begin. When Bluetooth is available, it's going to read information being sent from the phone. The information that's being sent is a value from 0 to 255. That value will be then written to the LED. The 0 to 255 symbolizes how much voltage to give to the LED. 255 is really high, so your LED will be on, while 0 is very low and the LED will be off. If you give a number between 0 to 255, it will get brighter as you get closer to 255. Now let's look at the code that you need for your Android phone. I'm using the MIT App Inventor 2. I'm not going to go into too much detail on how this works, but this is pretty much what it looks like on the screen of your phone. Once you connect to Bluetooth, you can either have the light turn on, off, or have a slider switch where it goes high or low. Let's look at the code. The first part of the code simply lets you connect to the Bluetooth and lets you send the signal to the Arduino. In this case, when the button was clicked, you sent the number 0. That turned your LED off. Here, you sent the value 250. That turned your LED on. Finally, when you use the slider switch, it rounds the number based on the position of your thumb, and that number, which is between 0 and 255, will be sent to the Arduino, increasing how bright your LED is.
Here we have a buzzer controlled by the Arduino, and there's a phone app that connects to the Arduino using Bluetooth to make the different sounds.
When using the HC06 Bluetooth to control your Arduino project, you will need a code both in the Android app as well as the code in the Arduino. Here we're using MIT App Inventor 2 to create the phone app. You can see the screen of the phone will have a Bluetooth button as well as different buttons for each note. It also has a stop when you want to stop playing the notes. Let's look at the code. The first part of the code is just to connect to the Bluetooth. Then each specific button will send a text to the Bluetooth, such as C for the note C or D for the note D. Finally, to stop the sound, it will send the text S. Now let's look at the Arduino portion of the code. You will need the pitches.h library so that the buzzer will actually play nice sounds. You also need the software serial.h library to connect to Bluetooth. Connect your device with the TX on pin 10 and RX on pin 11. The buzzer will be on digital pin 3. Each of the notes must be defined, and the library pitches.h will then send the correct frequency to the buzzer based on that note. Just as we have a serial begin, we will now have a Bluetooth begin. The first thing the code does is check whether any data is being sent from the phone. The Bluetooth will read what text is being sent. Each text should be a specific letter. Now we will use the switch case to tell the Arduino which note we want to play. If the text that is letter C is received, you will play the note C. If the text is D, you will play the note D, and so forth. Notice that if the text S is received, you play no tone, which turns the buzzer off.